Ambassador Hussam Zomlot. It's an absolute privilege to welcome you.
Thank you very much, Louise, and our friends, and I see many beloved friends here, PSC board, executives, members, delegates, our distinguished guests. It is an honor to be speaking to you today. It is a true privilege to be able to tell you here, in person, the extent to which you have my gratitude and the gratitude of the Palestinian people. Because as bleak, as appalling, and as indescribably inhumane the situation in Gaza is, as much as it has brought out the worst in our humanity, the worst in politicians, so-called leaders around the world, and in politicians more concerned with their personal ambitions than in standing up to a genocide. It has also brought the best out in millions upon millions of the people of this world. And in the UK in particular. And for that, you here at the PSC have been absolutely instrumental. With your tireless work in organizing marches, rallies, demonstrations, lobbies, activities, civic activities, all over the country, all over, up and down the country, day in, day out, your tireless work in bringing awareness to people about the situation in Palestine. Your relentless efforts in getting people out of to the streets, enabling them to show their disgust at Israel's genocide in Gaza and all over Palestine. You stand at the vanguard, my friends, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Every and each one of you here. Stand at the vanguard at what is becoming a global movement for justice in Palestine. I bow for every and each one of you. And I am told that only in the last 4 months or so, you have mobilized, you have multiplied, you have increased from 70,000 subscribers to 300,000 subscribers to the PSC. You now have 100 branches all over the UK. And only last week, you lobbied the Parliament for an immediate and permanent ceasefire. 80,000 of you took part, direct part in that. This is commendable. This is inspiring. This is empowering. And I need to tell you that we really stand shoulder to shoulder with us, the Palestinian people. And I'll have to say today, Gaza is being destroyed. The mass murder of our children, of our people, is continuing unabated, unhinged. 100,000 Palestinians have been either killed, maimed, disappeared, missing, still under the rubble until this moment. 70% of our housing stock in Gaza is gone. All of our education sector has been bombed. The entire Gaza university stock is destroyed. 375 schools bombed. You know the story about the Israeli obsession with our hospitals as well. But I am here to promise you, we will rebuild Gaza. And we will not rebuild Gaza more beautiful, no, because Gaza was beautiful. We will build Gaza as it was, beautiful and resilient. We will build more schools, more universities, more hospitals, more houses. And guess what? We have experience with recovery. We have even experience with resurrection. We know how to survive. It's in our DNA. We've been through it before. This is not the first time we go through a genocide. This is not the first time we go through ethnic cleansing. I promise you, we will recover and we will rise. But we are not sure if the world will recover this. If every politician who has stood by will recover this, will recover the mass murder of children, the normalization of the mass destruction of schools and hospitals and universities and houses and infrastructure. But certainly recover we will, because we have gone through it many times. But this time, I want to tell you this. This time we are so determined, absolutely determined, as Palestinians, that it will be the last time. This will be the last time. Never again, never again, we will allow Israel to mass murder our children. Never again, we will allow them to mass murder our innocent civilians. Never again, we will allow them to displace millions of us. Never again, we will allow them to destroy our lives, destroy our future. You think targeting the universities is arbitrary, indiscriminate bombing? It's designed because they know education is our lifeline. They know education is our future. They are not just after our past or present. They are after our future. So we are absolutely determined that this will be last time. No more. And I vow to you now, to all of you, we will never give up, my friends. We will never surrender. We will persist, steadfast, determined, undeterred, and uncowed until liberation, until there is justice, until there is accountability. Everyone who committed these crimes will be brought back to justice. They will be behind bars, and their backers and until the Palestinian people achieve our rights equal to all other peoples in the world, our right to freedom from oppression, our right to return to our homes, our properties, our farms, our lives, and our right to self-determination, we will continue. So my friends, your support and solidarity have been unmatched. Unmatched. And by the way, worldwide. Now London, Britain, the UK is the epicenter of activism and support and solidarity, the true solidarity. You have become the capital of Palestinian solidarity. And I salute you. And just just as history will note all those who have stood complicit with Israel's genocide, and we know them. We will remember them. We will not forget any of them. But as much as that, as much as we remember you, we'll never forget any of you. We will remember, history will remember all those who stood in the right side of history. All those who sacrificed their time and their efforts, all those who never forget their humanity. You bring us hope, my friends. You provide comfort to the Palestinian people. You inspire confidence in us that there will be a better future in which justice is not a dirty word. Justice is not a dirty word, in which rights are upheld and not ignored, and in which criminals are held accountable and are not allowed to escape consequences because they have powerful friends. This is a struggle for justice in Palestine, but it is so much more. So much more. It is a struggle for a better, fairer world. It's a struggle for all of us, not just the Palestinian people. Because make no mistake, we are not in it alone. We are all in it. If Israel gets away with the mass murder of children and innocent people, if Israel gets away with changing the rules of wars, the normalization of new rules, who's next? Whose children are next? Whose mothers are next? Whose houses are next? Whose universities and hospitals and schools are next? A struggle for a world of law and morality. All those who have been going out of their way to shield Israel, to allow Israel to drag them into this immoral orbits of wars and aggressions and genocides and ethnic cleansing, is undermining our very humanity, our very universal values. And those universal values are not exclusive. They don't belong to one club. They don't belong to the few. They belong to all of us. The never again after the Second World War was never meant to be for the few. It was meant to be for every and each one of us. So it is a struggle. It is a struggle. It is a movement. It is an energy that we must all take seriously, because it affects us all. And I am honored to be among you tonight, today particularly, in the Palestine Solidarity Campaign, AGM. I am proud to have walked alongside you so many times. Not only, my friends, you are on the right side of history, but you are making history. All of you are making history together with our people. And I vow to you all, we will, with patience, with determination, and with you, prevail. And we will go all the way for a free Palestine. Thank you very much. Free!